Greetings, here I am again. It's Tuesday evening, so you may hear some back noise in the background because I'm here in the council office, the shared office at the community center. And they do rent out the hall, so we actually have some renters here tonight, so it's kind of exciting. So I'm here because we have a very long agenda coming on Monday, so I just want to kind of briefly go over it. We have a lot on the consent item, but I'm thinking there might be some items pulled. Some of the ones that really caught my eyes, this one is one regarding the contract for Newman. As you may or may not know, we do the police dispatching for Newman Police Department. I just want to make sure that those are actually meeting the cost that it's actually costing the city of Ceres to actually do the dispatch. Just want to make sure that we're not losing money in that contract. So I did see that. It looked like there was some increases slated each year, so to deal with ongoing increases in costs. I also noticed on here there was traffic engineering. It looks like they're actually want to look and study and improve the traffic on Whitmore and Mitchell and Hatch Road. So we have an ordinance. It looks like it's item 9 on the agenda. So hopefully we can look at some of the engineering stuff going on as traffic engineer to actually work on certain areas. So if you have an area, let's get that form. Please email me. There's a form that you need to fill out so that way our traffic team, which looks like will be in place here soon, can actually look at that, and it can go through our traffic engineer and hopefully see if that's an area that we can improve. So be sure to email me and I'll get that form to you. Another thing I saw is looks like they have some playground equipment right at Samara Park. So there were some conversations when we had community outreach meetings, and one of the requests that was requested is for equipment and new equipment, and some of the things that I heard were for autistic and or disabled children. So those are going to be one of my questions because it didn't look like it may necessarily meet those requirements out of all the items we're purchasing or looking at purchasing. So those are going to be one of my questions because again, are we slated and going to meet the needs of our community? And those are a couple things that were brought up during our community meetings regarding the parks. And just so you don't, if you haven't heard, we are currently doing a survey on what you want in the parks. So go to our website, the Ceres website, and that's www.ci.ceres.ca.us, and fill out that park survey. We want to know what you think about what needs to be done here in our parks. What would you like to see changed? What do you see more of? What would you like to see less of? Okay. Another thing on there that I saw, kind of the main ones, it looks like our union contracts are up, so I'm going to be looking at those as well. And then we also, which is going to be new business, which is open for discussion, about the idea of having Zoom comments again. I know a lot of you heard about the Zoom bombing with the inappropriate comments that were made online. Of course, we had to edit it before it hit the YouTube online, but now we're going to talk about it. Like, do you think we're now in an environment that we should be okay? I don't see why we wouldn't be, but again, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? Because I think it's important that we allow the community to reach out. As a mother of 4, I can tell you I wasn't always able when they were little to come to the meetings because, again, I have 4 children. They're hungry, they have homework, they need showers, they need to get to bed. And so making the council meetings when they were younger was a little more difficult. Obviously, it's a lot easier now that they're all over in their 20s and 30s. So those are 2 things that I did see on here. It looks like there's a couple public hearing things, which I'm really happy because these are things that I've been asking for. So some of the things that I was asking for is update to our building and construction code. We haven't been in compliance. Our building codes haven't been updated, and I actually see it on the agenda. So I'm really, really happy to see that those are on the agenda. So we're going to be updating our policies and procedures and our construction code to actually comply with state law. And they've been out of compliance for a while. So I'm kind of glad to see that is on there as well. I don't understand the waiving of the second hearing, which I'm going to be asking for because it looks like they had asked not to have a second hearing on an ordinance, which I don't understand why. I don't know why we need that waived. Because I think everyone hasn't, whether you make comments or not, whether we have public comments or not, I think the due process is important. So that's kind of where we're at with that. It looks like they're going to also do, it looks like an update on the wastewater. So I know we've had some conversations about the wastewater, and I'll go into that later on a different one, but we're going to have that discussion because I think that's important, the cost of the new wastewater. And that is actually, it looks like it's number 22 on our agenda. So looks like it's going to be a long night on Monday. But if you can, please come out. I would love your input or email. You can also email your comments. Go through the agenda, pull it up online, and email your comments in, because you know what? They actually print those for us, and I get your email address and I know to contact you, especially if you're in my district. All right, so I look forward to seeing you on Monday at the meeting at 6 p.m.